Good morning, fellas. It's good to have you join me again today. You probably see if you're on my Facebook page, you probably saw that I posted on Sunday a just an information post on International Men's Day. International Men's Day was this past Sunday. It's celebrated every year. It's been celebrated since 1992, and yeah, a lot of people have never actually heard of International Men's Day, and yeah, obviously someone that's involved in men's ministry and reaching out to men around the world. I felt it was important to kind of highlight that International Men's Day exists and to make more people aware of it. And yeah, I mean, you can read the page that I put on the Facebook page, and that'll tell you a lot more about International Men's Day. But also, I just wanted to do a quick post and just highlight a few things. I actually spoke about it in my church service on Sunday. I run a house church, and yeah, we had a group of men there with family and stuff. So we actually had a braai, which was really awesome. It's a great way to celebrate International Men's Day, all cooking meat together as well. So, but anyway, some of the aims of International Men's Day is to, I'll stop saying International Men's Day now, maybe I'll refer to it as IMD. That sounds pretty cool, eh? IMD. Anyway, some of the aims, oh, that's my dog's going nuts now. Hold on a minute, let me pause this. I'm back. I don't know what was going on outside there, but the dogs went absolutely crazy. Anyway, so I was trying to say about the aims of International Men's Day. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make men aware of health issues that are specific to men and encourage us to, especially when you get over the age of 50, I'm 55, so yeah, it's important for guys my age to kind of just make sure that everything's working properly, get yourself checked out by the doctor. In UK with cars, you have to have an MOT every year, and it's a good idea to have an MOT as men, just to make sure that everything's working well. But it's not just about the physical stuff. Obviously, there's a lot of mental health issues that are not just only men that have them, men and women and children have mental health issues. But for a long time, it wasn't spoken about, and a lot of men have kind of suffered in silence. And yeah, it's not good. It's not good to do that. I've said a number of times we need to do life in community, and we need to be aware of how we're feeling about things and make sure that we get the proper help. So IMD is very much about promoting men's health. Another thing he wants to do is actually build relationships with the opposite sex. And I spoke on Sunday, as men created in the image of God, we shouldn't be shy of being who we are, who God created us to be. But at the same time, we shouldn't be allowing our wives, our sisters, our daughters to be oppressed in any way. And for many centuries, that has been the case. I think, women have kind of pushed against it so much of late that they've pushed too far. Now, the pendulum's kind of swung too far. But you can't really blame them. Yeah, they have been poorly treated. Not necessarily by you guys listening to this, but yeah, society as a whole in the past has treated women poorly. I do believe in equality and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's important, and one of the things IMD is about is to actually build relationships with women, where women can be everything that they were created to be, and men could be everything that we were created to be, and that everything that we do would be wrapped in love, so to speak. So an important aim there, I think. Another important aim is to actually highlight the positive role models within the male sex. There's been men that's made mistakes and got things terribly wrong, but there's been some incredible men down the centuries, and even in our world today, who really are positive role models for us as men aspiring to be the best that we can be for our society, for the world we live in, but more importantly for our families. And if you're in a relationship with God, certainly in your relationship with Him. So yeah, I spoke a bit about role models, some that I see in our world today as really positive role models. But I kind of finished off my talk by saying, I talked about positive masculinity and the characteristics of a godly man, but I really wanted to make a highlight the role models in the church, in our house church, the men that come to our house church. And I looked at each man there, and every single one of them is a role model in their own way. differently. Each and every one of them are completely different, but they're all role models. You know, I've got one guy, he's a man of colour, and in our world today, a lot of that, if you're a man of colour, that it also includes a lot of entitlement, especially in South Africa. We've got black economic empowerment. But he's a man that's kind of gotten to where he is. He's management in an electric company called Eskom, but he's got to where he is through hard work. He started at the bottom and he's worked his way up, and I'm really proud of him for doing that. And I think that's a positive role model. We've got another guy he's a really incredible mate. You know, if you ever need help, and he's the kind of man that can do anything in the house. You know, fix plumbing and anything. So he's always been there for me. A good example of what a male mate is. Yeah, should be there. We should be there for each other. We've got a guy he's an ex-head teacher, and he's just got such an incredible like father's heart. So he's a positive role model. We've got a guy who's getting free from an addiction to alcohol, and just again a really incredible role model. So we've got some really great men around us, and I just want to ask you today: how are you a role model to others? We need to promote positive male role models. How are you a role model to others? Yeah, we're living in a world today where they say there's a lot of young men that are fatherless. Yeah, they may have had a father in their house, but maybe he was abusive or whatever, and he wasn't exactly a role model to them. And so they call it the fatherless generation. But I think we as men, no matter what your age, I think we have an opportunity to be a positive role model to others. So I want to encourage you to look at your life, look at your achievements. None of us are perfect. We're all a work in progress, but there's stuff that I'm sure that you've achieved that makes you stand out as a role model to others. Maybe you've gotten free from alcohol or something like that. Maybe you can use your experiences to support and guide the generations following us and be a positive role model for them. Anyway, couple of days later then this video post should have probably gone out. I was a bit busy over the weekend, but I do celebrate International Men's Day with you all, and I say thank you for all those men that have really spoken into my life. Guys, I hope this post has helped you. Don't forget, think about how the things that you've achieved and how you can be a positive role model to others. Guys, bless you, and I'll speak to you again soon. Thanks for listening.